Hi YouTubers! Welcome back to my channel. I know, long time no see. There just has been so much update. As you guys can see, it's a new setting. I am no longer in the Bay Area. I no longer live in San Francisco. That's the update. I now reside in Las Vegas of Nevada, a whole new state, which is insane, I know. So I was inspired to do a video. Get ready with me. I miss doing it. Let's just say I miss doing videos on my YouTube channel. I do it on my Instagram. Everything will be linked below. I do shorts on my Instagram, like reels and stuff. That's where I've been, honestly. I have not been active on my YouTube beauty channel, but I do vlog. I do have a vlog channel. I'll link it right here in the bubble if you guys want to check that out. Also link below. Let's jump right into it. So first things first, I usually like to use some kind of toner. This is the Hazel toner from Thayers. I just place it in the little nail pumper thing so it'll be easier for me on the go. Cotton pad. This one's from Shiseido. I use this maybe like every other day, if anything, just so I can make sure everything's off my face before I apply anything on the face. That way, I know for sure my canvas is clean as possible. Update. I now work for MAC again. Back in the Bay, I did work for MAC inside Macy's. Now here, I work for MAC inside Ulta. Luckily, it's really close to my home. I don't have to go too far. And living out here so far, I'm loving it. I'm loving how different and slower paced the life is, the lifestyle. We honestly moved for quality of life because back in the Bay, it was getting too crazy. This is the MAC Serumizer. I use this stuff daily. Like even without makeup, daily. I want to say like 3 pumps is usually how much I put. You can put more if you want. So the serum will help me lock in moisture. After moving out here to the desert, my skin is dry. Like, not extremely dry, but like normal dry. And if you guys have been watching me for a while, my skin used to be calm but oily back in the Bay Area where it was more humid. So this will lock in moisture as well as prep my skin for makeup, as well as smooth over time my texture of my skin, which I love so much. Now we're gonna go in with eye cream. So I'm currently using this caffeine eye cream by Inkyless or One Keyless, however you say it. This one will help reduce appearance of tired eyes, which I always have tired eyes. Now that I've gotten older, I feel like I always look tired. Especially allergies are crazy. Like my allergies, as I got older, I noticed that my allergies are going a lot more intense. And I think it's because of my dad's side, because he's very sensitive to that with allergies too, and he also has asthma on his side of the family. Now moisturizer, I've been using my MAC Mineralized Charge Water. I like this a lot because it gives me the moisture I need, and I feel like it just wakes up my skin. And the reason I'm using this is because I have nails. I don't like putting my fingers in things that can get under my nails. And what I do is that I mix some of my Neutrogena SPF Broad Spectrum 55 into the MAC moisturizer. It was already in the jar. It's already mixed in there, which helped me skip a step. Out here, you definitely need sunscreen. I mean, you need sunscreen every day. I was wearing sunscreen every day anyway over there in Bay. Here, I know I need sunscreen because the sun is intense, especially now, summer. Today is like 115, the highest, guys. I'm still getting used to it, honestly. I've been here for almost 2 years, and it's still extremely intense because we came from the cold. Think about it, from the fog, from the cold, from the clammy, wet, moisture air or whatever. Let's do a turquoise inner corner today. Yesterday I did a yellow one and I really liked it. I've been really feeling that look. As you can tell, this is a splurge of a moment where I decided to do a video. I did not plan anything out. I just go with my gut. So what I've been doing for my eyebrows lately is legit just this Benefit 24-hour brow setter. It's an old one, but I still like it. It works really well now. Now that fluffy brows are like the in thing, if you will. But I feel like now the fluffy brow genre has like migrated to everything brow. Like people do all types of brows now. But I still like the fluffiness. I feel like it makes me look more youthful. So I'm literally just brushing my hair up because I have a good amount of hair. And this actually helps keep it like glued up, which is great. That's it. I will probably shade it in a little bit later. Now we're gonna go in with primer. I'm using this Mercier foundation primer in Radiance. Surprisingly, out here I've actually have been self-tanning. Like I did a tanner the day before yesterday. I was really pale. I was not this color. And even Jules was like, it looks so good, your tanner. Because, you know, obviously he's brown, so next to him I look like a pale ghost. So now I don't look like a pale ghost, I just look like normal and not sickly. Which I find so funny. Should I turn it up? Is that better? There you go. I'm still gauging the lighting. Now that we have that, we're gonna go in with foundation. So this one is honestly my concoction of foundation. I just mixed a lot of stuff in here. But it's in the Estee Lauder Double Wear container. And my old shade was 2W1. I just used the MAC pump on here because it works. Got my little Petri Dish after I worked for MAC back in 2016. Like, I fell in love with their idea of a Petri Dish. This makes so much sense. So I went online and bought a few for myself, for my own personal collection. It's just so much more sanitary. And then this is the Sephora Pro Full Coverage Airbrush in number 53. I just use this to distribute the product, not so much like blend it. So like I said, this is like my own concoction of foundation I mixed. I came up with from a bunch of foundations that I have that I feel like it works well together. Okay, now that I have that, gotta go with my beauty blender. Handy. Dampen a little bit and just push it in. So with this foundation, I believe I put in MAC Studio Fix Fluid with some facial oil from MAC as well. Put it in there as well with a little bit of the Estee Double Wear left over in there. I'm not used to artificial lighting for filming, guys. You know me, I used to always use real sunlight, daylight, so you guys can see the true color. But at least I have a little spot now for makeup. Like, I'm literally in my closet, me and Jill's closet. I downgraded my table to a smaller table. I got this table from, the vanity table from Wayfair, I believe. It's like a tiny one. Over the years, I just realized I don't need that much. Before, it's like, I felt like we were just young and want more and more, but really, we don't need that much for one phase. Come on. Granted that I do have some stuff for my kit for when I freelance, but as for myself, I don't need that much makeup. I still have a lot, don't get me wrong. I kept a lot of like the old powders and stuff, like eyeshadows, but like all my creams and stuff like that I tossed or donated. It just makes sense, you know, to not have so much. It overwhelms me now that I gotten older. Now I'm gonna do concealer as my eye prep slash priming the eyes for eyeshadow. So I have been liking this e.l.f. color corrector in yellow, and then I go in with number 95 from Maybelline and Instant Age Rewind Eraser. I still love this concealer because I feel like it's the thinnest formula ever, and it's not pricey, you know. So I like that it's not pricey because I like things that work, not just expensive brands. Usual concealer, and then I go in with the beauty blender and honestly just tap it in. I have a small forehead, that's why I highlight my forehead so much, so it looks a little bit more dimensional, if you will. Does that make sense? I have been digging contouring my lip like this whole entire year. That was my goal. I want to like try new tricks that I've learned, and social media has taught me a lot. Now that all these TikToks and videos and conspiracy theories, all these things like people be trying, I'm like, I'm kind of curious now. So some things stuck and some things did not do well. So, and contouring my lip was one of them that I really enjoyed. I feel like it just made it look more innocently flushed without being overly like overlined and all that good stuff. I mean, I have lips naturally already. I don't need it to be like, whoa, those are like really crispy and the lines are really great, the outlining of the lip. This is Ciate's Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. I use this to set my under eye. It's funny, you can still see the self-tanner on my hand a little bit. Never thought I'd be one of those people to be self-tanning so often. Like every summer practically. Because I did it last year too. But I didn't think I would do it again this year. Sorry, you guys are all lopsided. Is that better? Triangle fluff sponge that everybody uses. I actually really like it for baking. And I get mine from, I feel like the cheapest place to get them is Shin. So I buy in bulk. And I also have a lot of it for my kit too. For disposing and just give it to my client after using it, you know, because you can't sanitize these. And please don't sanitize them and try to wash them, guys. Just get another one. That is so bad for your skin. I cringe when I see how unsanitary a lot of the makeup artists are. When I see the videos, I'm like, oh my god, they're using that lip wand straight from the tube. But however, with that said, like disclaimer wise, I pray that it's because it's theirs. But sometimes I see them straight take it from their kit and apply on them. I'm like, oof, I would not want that to be my artist. Like no matter how good it looks, yeah, it looks beautiful, the artwork, but if it's not sanitary, I'm risking getting like infections and things like that, and breakouts is the least of the cause. If you guys ever hire freelance artists or makeup artists on the side, whatever, make sure they're very sanitary. Like you watch them sanitize things and alcohol their hands or whatever in between touching things. Setting powder rest of the face. I've been using my ambient lighting palette from Hourglass. This is dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. And I've been using radiant light because that's my shade. So that one right here. And that's been my go-to because I look tanner now. So this matches me. All my other powders are my regular skin tone. So it looks really pasty. This is the only one I feel like it fits. I'm just going around shading the rest of the face. And also this is very lightweight. That's why it's great for summer for me, because it feels like nothing on the face. It doesn't feel like, you know, I'm wearing a Studio Fix powder on my face, because that stuff is heavy for full coverage. I use that maybe on like winter time when I feel like I want something more like a veil on my face, if you will. Like that's why I feel more warm on my face. That's when I use that one. Now once that's done, I like to go in with my contour or bronzing, if you will. Contour bronzing, it's similar in the family, guys. This is the e.l.f. one that I have. Golden is what it's called. It's an old one but a goodie. I bought 2 of these and I had a backup, so I was like, might as well use it. This is the Sonia Kashuk brush. I forgot what it's called, but it has that hourglass handle right here, which is very comfy for my hand and like aerodynamic. And then I'm just gonna go in and do my sides. And this one has a little bit of a shimmer, like radiant to it. It's not just matte. So it gives me that summer glow without me having to add on more bronzer. So I'm contouring with it. But what else is new? If you guys don't follow me on the vlog, I do have 2 dogs now. My old dog, Gizmo, passed when we moved here 2 years ago. It was time for him to rest, just because I didn't see it then when we were moving. I was in denial, honestly, but he was hanging on for us, honestly, for our move, and it was very sweet of him to hang on for so long for us, when I know that after looking at old videos, I knew it was time for him to go, but I couldn't let it go. I just chose to ignore it. I'm sure a lot of us has gone through something like that. If you ever lost a pet where you just don't see it and no one else has the heart to tell you, so we had to let him go. But he is now living on my bookshelf. All right, now I'm gonna use this dual-ended Anastasia brush. It came from with one of the eyeshadow palettes, but this works amazing for contouring, you guys. I use this to contour my lips and my nose. So let's do the nose first, if I could see. Like that. And then I put a little bit on my tip of my nose. It kind of just lifts and pushes it back, make it look more petite. Kind of, I always say I want to look like my nose. I wanted to achieve that look of Eva Longoria's nose. Granted, her name is Eva too. But no, like, I love her nose because it's so adorable. It's so cute. So that's what we always are trying to achieve, honestly. The petite nose. And in Asian culture, yeah, we're all about the nose bridge, trust. Because we know we don't have it. And then what I do is blend into like my eye area so that it looks kind of tied together. If that makes sense. Here, use a reflection of a mirror for you guys to see. And that way it looks more seamless, like you grew the nose overnight. Now, what I do for my lips contouring, blot my chapstick. I take a lot of contour, a lot. Start from the bottom. I put my tongue against my lip so it makes it push out. So I can see the line. And go under. Good. Like that. And then do the same for the top. I'm so glad like people are loving blush now, because I've always loved blush and I just felt like I had to hold back on my blush application, but now everybody's wearing blush and people will be going ham with the blush. I'm like, yay, blush world, welcome. So now I can go a little bit heavier on my blushes too, and I won't look crazy as much. The difference out here in Vegas, I feel like people don't really care. Like they just glance at you and be like, okay, you could wear your blush like that, that's fine. But they don't stare like how back in the Bay it's like most Asians, obviously, because like a lot of Asians there. And being Asian yourself, they judge the crap out of you and they look at you like you're crazy, like I'm a clown, like I have a red nose on me or something. That's how they look at you. And I'm just baking with the same powder. So now I'm going with the blush. I've been feeling complexion first before I do my shadows, honestly, because I don't know, I'm just kind of over shadows. Now that I'm working in the makeup industry again, I just feel like wearing makeup every day, I get bored. So I like to switch it up a bit. This is the Sephora Pro Precision Blush Brush in number 73. So it's like a little flat and a little ovally rounded. I like it. The blush, I have no idea what it's called. So when I was downsizing, I decided to depot a lot of my stuff. I got to the point where I was kind of like so tired of doing so many depotting that I didn't even put in the name, but the color looks like that. Like there's some that don't even have names. I'm like, crap, where did I put that sticker? I don't know. I got so lazy and just started skipping it, honestly. But this is like a very rosy color, if you will. There's no warmth in it. It's more of a cool tone, rosy tint of a blush. It's always when I'm filming that I get distracted with people. Okay. And I don't film often. Make sure we smile. And I like to put a little bit on my contour of my lip. So it kind of ties everything together. And not just like brown contour on the lip. Okay. Now that we have that, we can go in with our eyeshadow. So I decided to do, like I said, the turquoisey blue. This one's the Naked palette in Smiley. And we're gonna go in with that one right here. It's called Cyber Smile. I don't know. I've been feeling like just the inner corner colors. I feel like no one really does it. And people have been asking me what I've been wearing. I'm like, not from MAC. Because technically I'm supposed to be wearing all MAC stuff. But technically it's okay because I work inside Ulta at MAC. And it's okay to wear some of the Ulta stuff we carry. So support other brands, right? So I know inflation is hitting, guys, and it's very worrisome. So honestly, I don't really buy anything makeup anymore, or like, yeah, anything makeup really anymore, because I have so much anyway. I honestly just buy skincare, like all the skincare stuff you could think about. Toners, essences, serums, moisturizers, eye creams, eye serums, all the good stuff, exfoliants, masks, anything you can think of that's skincare, I've been trying out because I'm trying to encapsulate my age, how I look. And luckily out here, everyone thinks I'm really young, which is a good sign. That means I'm doing something right. If you guys are wondering how old I am, I'm 34. Everyone thinks I'm like in my 20s, which I appreciate. I'm like, yay, let's go. But really, I'm like, no, my back, my knees. It's quite different waking up in your 20s than waking up in your 30s, guys. One thing I would say to myself, if I could, when I was in my 20s, now that I'm in my 30s, is drink a lot of water. A lot of water. If you feel like you're drinking enough water, it's not enough. Double it. So now I'm like, constantly have water nearby. I'm intaking more water, especially out here in the desert. You can never have enough water. And water helps with everything. Everything, guys. Everything. Less sugary drinks. I've been really into sparkling water now that I have so many different flavors. I never thought I'd be the one to love sparkling water, but I do, and it is good. A lot of them are good now because they don't make it taste nasty. Okay, now I'm gonna take this color in Blast, which is the nude shade here in this palette. I'm just gonna put a light dust of this all over a wash of my eyelid so I'm not just lonely. So if you guys don't follow me on the vlog, there's a serious update on there. If anything, I'll link the video below so you guys know the whole situation with that. I've been dealing with it a lot with my family, personal things. So that's always been in the back of my mind. I'm not going to talk about it here because I don't want to bring that to my channel. But if you are nosy like me and interested to know, I will link it below. Or even a bubble right here so that you guys can click on it if you're lazy like me too. Like, ugh, I gotta scroll in your captions or your descriptions. I know how it is because I'm a consumer too. And I'm just happy that YouTube tutorials are back. Like these get ready with me videos type of things, and hauls and all that good stuff. I love those videos. And then people stopped and they started doing like all these weird stuff, like, oh, let's apply my makeup with a spoon and then a knife, and I'm just like, that's not me. I can't do stuff like that. I'm not curious to risk my skin or my face or anything like that. It's just too odd. I'm not in it for the hype. I'm in it for the fun. And honestly, once everyone started getting oversaturated on YouTube, I just left. I just like couldn't handle seeing so much ridiculousness. And I'm sure a lot of us feel that way because we like what we like, and you know, we're raised with what we know, and then all of a sudden this new age of kids come in and start making it silly out of everything. Like, I know some of us really want to learn how to apply things, but a lot of these videos that you see that makes millions and billions of dollars on their videos from sponsors and stuff like that, I'm not saying like go against the grain. Like, make your money, girl. Make your money, whatever it is. But I'm not like that, so I can't really fake it. So I'd rather just take a step back and just watch from afar on things and feel it out. And when I'm ready, I'm ready. And here I am. I'm ready to just be here and hang out, if anything, if you will. Just chill. While you just listen to me yap. Because I like watching videos like that. Sometimes when I'm doing chores, washing dishes, whatever, cleaning the house, I just like to throw on a video from YouTube. I'm always on YouTube watching, not so much posting anymore. But like, I enjoy just having someone in the background just you know, reviewing a product or talking about their family, vlogs, things like that. Like, I enjoy those. Genuinely enjoy those. Alright. Ooh, it feels so spacey with that blue. It's pretty cool. Okie dokie. I'm just gonna cut the contour to make sure it is snatched. Do people still use that term? Oh man, I feel so old when I ask that. So, if you guys don't know, I have a daughter. She is 12 now. And she always puts me in check. Like, Mom, no one says that anymore. I'm like, oh God, I become one of those. I'm like that old mom now. Even though I'm only in my 30s. But don't you guys feel like, for people who are my age or whatever, don't you guys feel like kids are growing up so much faster these days because of social media, you know? They are exposed to a lot more than when we were. Because we didn't have it till like later in our teens. But it's like, bruh, their innocence is gone. Like they just always gotta be on point and on top of things and things like that. I'm just gonna use a liner and get it open and mark my beauty mark because it's got diminished from all the contouring. And this is the old liner from In Color Fabuliner. If you guys know it's very, very throwback. It's like a marker type eyeliner. Lashes. I'm gonna put on lashes. Oh wait, here you go. Lashes here. I think I'm gonna go with the top set here, the thinner ones. I don't feel like such crazy thick lashes. I still gotta use tweezers for my lashes. Don't judge me. That's just what I've always been using. I'm going with my Sephora mascara. This one is called the Mascara Volume, Length, and Definition. And I really love this mascara. I stocked up on so many of these when they were like on sale a long time ago. Because I knew they were discontinuing. Because whenever things go on sale like that, they discontinue because they're bringing more new stuff in. I like this one because it really is like volumizing but without the spidery clump. And I like to look down at the mirror so that my eyelid is exposed and my lash won't be like touching the top. Because if you have Asian eyes or almond shaped thin small eyes like me, like really slim looking, this helps the lash not touching the lash line. Because I don't want black mascara all over because I didn't line my eyes. I don't always line my eyes, honestly. I rarely do. If you guys remember, I'm just not a big fan of liner that much. When I was young, I loved liner. Trust me, I wanted to make my eyes look like doll and make it look hella big. As I got older, I'm gonna say that so many times in this video. I'm sorry already ahead of time. But now that my eyes are not as, you know, pronounced as it used to be, my skin is starting to like droop down a little bit more than the usual before. Not as perky, if you will. So I like to make sure I don't line my eyes because it makes it look smaller and sleepier. I don't want to look like I'm sleeping walking around. Dual lash glue, dark tone, so it dries black. So this will basically be my eyeliner, if you will. I look down at the mirror to apply. I pop in the middle first. And then I adjust the corners. The glue dries fairly quickly, so you don't have to wait. Which is awesome. What's crazy is that I recently introduced my sister into the dual lash glue. This one, like the one that dries black or even clear. Like she's used to this old squeezy tube where it dries clear, the old MAC ones. And man, was she blown away from how fast this glue like gets tacky, like dry. You don't have to wait. Literally within like the same minute you could pop it on without it slipping and sliding. Because she used to like put on the lash glue on it, the old dual one, the one that you squeeze out. And then she goes about doing her other stuff. Like put on the blush and things like that. And then by the time she's done, it's tacky enough for her to put on. So when she first did it at my house, when she came to visit in Vegas, she's like doing her stuff. And I'm like, what are you doing? Hurry and put on your lashes. She's like, what? I gotta let the glue get tacky. I'm like, no, it's gonna be dry. Then she tried touching it. She's like, oh my god. She tried putting it on. It won't stick anymore because it's already dried, the glue. She was like, holy crap. I did not know that it dries that fast or it gets tacky that fast. I'm like, yeah. That's why I love this one, so you don't have to waste time waiting, sitting around. It cracked me up, and she was so amazed. And she's like, please get me some when you get a chance. I'm like, okay, I'll get it for you next time. So when she came back next time, which was like a few months later, like during holiday, I believe, like November or something like that. Yeah. And I got it for her, and she was like so excited. Was it November or was it recently she came this year? I forgot. My memory is shot nowadays. But yeah, and she's like, yay! She loves it. She's like, oh my god, I can't believe I lived without this for so long. And it's funny because when I was young, when I was like a teen, she's the one that, you know, like try to beautify me. She did my makeup for my graduation for high school, and for her time when she was doing makeup like on herself and stuff, brows were not invented like that. Like to fill in your brows wasn't invented. Like she didn't have Anastasia then. Like she wasn't as known then too, Anastasia. So then they never filled in the eyebrows. So she'd be having a smoky eye with just plain empty brows. And then I started getting into makeup a lot more because I got older. And then I told her, I'm like, dude, aren't you gonna fill in your brows? She's like, what? Fill in my brows? What do you mean? And then now, she's like, I cannot believe we went with no brows. Like with a full-on eye, like smoky eye with no brows for so long. Oh, but I know, right? Isn't that crazy? It's like crazy to think how far we came now. To the point where people are using spoons and stuff to apply the foundation. You really think about it. You guys don't have to do this part, but I like to, so it blends my real lash to the fake ones. Crap. Damn it. Now that I have lash whatever, like the mascara, I should wait a little bit. Now I'm about to really put on some eyeshadow, like to blend that mistake there. I guess I'll show you guys how I do that to fix a mistake. Okay, so right here, if you look closely, there's a little smudge. That we're gonna fix that by applying shadow. Pretend that it's eyeliner. Oh, my allergies. Okay, I'm gonna take this brown color. This is the MAC palette called, what's it called? Curated Burgundy Tones, Connecting Color. So anyways, I'm gonna take this dark brown. I'm gonna use flat brush. I'm gonna use it to line my eyes. Sorry, not that one, that's the red. This dark brown. Use this to line my eyes to kind of cover up that smudgy boo on my lash. Now do the same to the other side. So it just looks like I'm purposely smoked out my lash line. Now my eyes look like dolls. See? Thick lash line. Not thick lash line. I'm gonna do the same to the other eye so it don't look wonky. Notice I'm just stamping it on, guys. I don't really have to chisel. Just stamp it. Wiggle back and forth. Because I picked up a good amount, and always tap off so you don't have any fallout on your cheek as much. Also, another thing about out here, guys, are vacationing a lot. So people actually vacation out here a lot, like as in every holiday there is, they actually vacation, which I'm very impressed. Because I'm just like, don't you guys have to work? But that's why we moved out here. I get used to the mentality of why people are out here, so that the cost of living is low, so they do have time to spend with their family and friends and vacation. Yes, so that's why I'm like, wow. Oh no, my camera's dying. I had to ask Illy to go grab me the charger for it. So that's the eye look I'm going for today. While this is still baking, I'm gonna go in with this Real Technique brush and I'm gonna apply highlight. I'm going with this one. I believe this is Show Gold from MAC Extreme Dimension highlighter, and I'll apply it to above my blush, like cheekbone area right there, and then circular motions to blend. Same with this side. What else is there to update you guys on besides the move? Besides, oh yeah, speaking of the dogs, I have 2 dogs now. I've always wanted one of those, I call it Caesar dog, like the commercial for the food Caesar, the little terrier. So they are called West Highland Terrier, White Terrier, and that's what we finally got. And I got her and I fell in love with her. She's like my inner spirit animal. I thought I wanted another boy, but I think it was too soon for another boy for me. Like my husband, I promised him that once we move into our own place, he can get his golden retriever he ever wanted. Like he always thought of like the suburbs, white picket fence type of deal, like coming from the city where it was just jam-packed, filled with people, no parking enough for each household of cars. So he was like, that's it, that's his dream, like to just have a golden retriever. And then our friend had one, and then he fell in love with him even more, and I mean, he's like decided concrete, like I really want a golden retriever. Because at first he had an idea he wanted, and then it really happened that he got to play with one, and now he's like, okay, yeah, I still want it. So we finally found him, found the perfect match, and they are like inseparable. My dog and his dog. Or both our dogs actually now. My dog is named Sky. His dog is named Sparky. Sparky from Frankenweenie, the movie. And Sky, the guy with the E at the end. So let's just say that. I'm not gonna say why, but we came up with that. So it's really cute. So I'm just wiping away the bakish that we had with the blush, so it don't look so white underneath. And blending in the highlight as well. Eyebrows. I'm just gonna fill in the tail because that's where I have a little bit of balding there. And this is just an eyebrow pencil from Shein. I thought I'd give it a try because I wanted to get some for my kit, and it actually works pretty good. Like, I'm surprised. Like that, soft and feathery. I like soft and feathery brows. I'll do the same to the other side. Fill in any spots that looks a little bit sparse. I'm gonna leave the beginning right here empty. Okay, my battery died. Sorry about that, guys. So all I did while I was off camera, put on mascara underneath, wiped off the bakish, and that's about all I did. And took off my curlers, obviously. So, and I got dressed for work. About to go in for work. My hair is getting longer, which I'm happy. I'm trying to grow it out. I miss my long hair, and I know that Jules definitely miss it too. Anywho, I'm just clipping down my little frizzies here. So I want to show you guys how I do my lips, since now that I have that contour for the fluffy look. So this is the MAC Locked Kiss Ink Lip. I love this stuff. It stays on. Oh, love it. This is in shade Mischief, number 61. Comes with a little nice dome flip applicator. So what I do is apply it mostly in the center there. And instead of doing a crispy line, I go in with my finger, ring finger, tap it. And the whole point is that we want to diffuse the lip outside the lip line. And because it dries fairly quickly, this will stay on so long, all day long. Like that. And because we did the contour, like I mentioned earlier, it makes it look like that diffuse, soft lip. Because sometimes a little bit messy is sometimes a good thing. So that's how I like my lip like this entire year so far, and it's like about to be August. All 8 months I've been doing my lip like this. There's a couple of days I did do like a intense outline and everything, but I felt like it's just too much. It's like trying too hard for me personally. I know that all the young gen loving that, you know, ombre lip look, but I'm not. So this is how I like my lip. And that's it. Setting spray, lastly, I have Fix Plus. I put in this bottle. Can never have enough. Once I have Fix Plus, I go in back with the Beauty Blender. This is key, you guys, to make it stay on and make it look like skin. I tap it against the highlight areas of my face. This way, it pushes the Fix Plus into the skin as well as the powder we did earlier. So it looks like skin in the light. It won't look like powdered face makeup, if that makes sense. Now, lastly, set spray. So that was my Fix Plus. I use it as a kind of like a molder, if you will, molder spray. So it molds the powder and the liquid all together. It looks mimics skin. And now I just lock it with the setting spray. This is the Morphine Prep and Set Mist, supercharged with ceramides and antioxidants, and you know I need ceramides, which aka is to lock in moisture. That's what it is. That's also in that MAC serum I mentioned. I'm actually enjoying this very much. I might just get the full-size ones right now because I like their sprays. And that's it. That completes the look. I hope you guys enjoy this get ready with me video. I know it's been a minute. And thank you for everyone who has been messaging me. They saw that I've been posting shorts from my IG. I posted onto YouTube. I had no idea YouTube was doing shorts, like aka reels, if you will, within 60 seconds. So I'm like, oh, I can just take everything from my IG and just bring it over to YouTube. So that way it gets a little bit more exposure, and then people know that I'm not dead. If that makes sense, I'm not dead. But yeah, if you guys are wondering how I got the curls, I use the Revlon. Is it Revlon? What is this? Remington, sorry. Remington curls. I'll post a photo here. I'll link it below as well, because you can find it on Amazon, all that great stuff. But yeah, that's about it for this. But until next time, hopefully I do more of these videos, and maybe I should do like empties again, because I've been just throwing things away after I finish and I feel accomplished every time, but I haven't put them aside for like a empties video and review the product as to will you buy again or will you not, because I feel like a lot of people love those. I might also bring back some what's in my bag video, because those are like my go-to. We're all nosy to see what we bring in our purses. I'm like, come on. I know that a lot of people are into the little tiny mini purses. Personally, I'm not. If I'm gonna carry something, I want something big so I can just shove hella stuff in there. But for mini purses, it has to be like a messenger or like a belt bag. I can't do like little handle ones because it drives me crazy holding something that I could just hold my phone by itself, you know what I mean? That makes sense? That's just me though. I know it looks so cute when people carry it and for photos and stuff like that, but I feel like it's not practical. I like more practical. I like cute, comfort, and then practicity. Does that make sense? Is that a word? Practical use. But yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you guys sooner than later. Bye!